So what are some specific challenges that women and marginalized genders face in the gaming industry today? Even though more and more people and it's more open, there's still challenges, obviously.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of challenges. I think the thing that we try to focus on really, especially with our programming, is how can you do your best so that you know that you did as much as you could to help, empower yourself or to take that next step. Um, and then if it's not moving forward, if you still can't get the promotion, if you still can't find a way, like you're killing it at work, you have your expertise and you are doing all the right things and having the right conversations. We talk about, transitioning to the next role. So I know when I was in a specific company and I was taking on more and more, and I just kept accepting extra work because I thought that would show that I was worthy of a promotion or a raise. And then I just hoped that the company would know my internal most hopes and dreams. And then I would get frustrated because I was really overworked and overwhelmed. And when I quit, they had to hire 6 people to replace me because my workload was so astronomical. But I never really asked for a raise. I never had that conversation. I never said I should have a different title or pay. And so a lot of it is really teaching people how to navigate that and have those conversations. So, like we said, you don't know what you don't know. It's having that space to say, hey, I just got this job. How do I negotiate my salary? They offered me this, but it's really low. Okay, well then talk to them about why it's low and what you think that number should be. Approaching conversations with a solution. So if you start a conversation and you say, hey, I'm really overworked as a manager, I hear I need less work, not I need more pay. So making sure that you're having the right conversations and that you're presenting it in a way that is the actual solution you're looking for and not expecting someone to read your mind or know the solution. So I think the biggest thing for us is just how can you make sure everybody faces issues, everybody has problems, everybody, there's a lot of pushback for different reasons on different scales, but how do you make sure that you are the best professional kind of forward facing and making sure that you're having the right conversations and driving the change that you want to see. And so it's really supporting yourself, but also making sure that you have the community, making sure that you have the people to ask those questions to, and then helping the next generation. If you see somebody, you're hiring somebody and you know that they're about to get lowballed on an offer, can you help make sure that that doesn't happen? Kind of lift as you climb mentality of supporting people as you're supporting yourself and accepting support about you. So I think that's our biggest thing right now is having that community, having that network, having that opportunity to just, say into the wind, hey, I have this thing and I don't really know what my next step or what my approach should be. And having people say, hey, I've been in that same position. Let me help you. Here's what I did. Here's maybe
Yes.
what you could do. And
We
that's
definitely got to lift each other up, right? We
yeah,
got to help each
yeah.
other. All right. So there is a question that's posted from YouTube. I just want to get feedback on jobs. Or certified Unity development certificate expires in December. Worked for a startup for 3 years on a product that never shipped. The question is, how can I stand out with getting interviews when I have not much to show for it? I'm going to answer, but you can answer too, obviously, of course. First thing, go into IndieGameBusiness Discord, IndieGameBusiness, or discord.gg/indiegamebusiness. You will get tons of feedback from that question. I would say also that you should make some stuff for your portfolio. Yes. Thanks, Tom. Make some stuff for your portfolio, right? That's the number one thing. But Joanie, do you have some feedback on that?
Yeah, don't let it go because it didn't ship. That doesn't mean that you didn't do the work. So showcase, like you said, showcase what you did, showcase how you did it. So maybe you don't have something from that game that you could showcase, but you could still go into Unity and create something that you could put on your portfolio, put it on a website. We always say if you do art or if you have some like a specific thing that you can show me, put it on a website, link it in your LinkedIn, have it in your resume so that you can kind of showcase it. The other thing we talk about a lot is networking. We actually had one of our mentees show up at GDC with a tablet and she walked into each of the companies she wanted to work for and she said, this is what I do, hire me, and it got her a job. So make sure you're networking, make sure people know what you're doing. It doesn't just have to be on your website or your portfolio or your resume. Post about it, post it on socials, get traction, become known for this is what you do. It can become your personal brand. So, hey, look at this thing that I drew. Hey, look at this thing that I animated. Hey, look at this this thing that I created, and then talk about your process or talk about what it is that you're working on. Make it something that when people go to check you out on socials, they see the work that you're doing. And it's been a huge game changer for a lot of our applicants.
Yeah.